Hello guys, welcome back. So after restarting, what we are going to do in continuation of the tutorial is to install a Unix distribution, right? So you can't use WSL with like a Unix container. So we'll go to the Microsoft Store, right? So in the store, we are going to look for some of the Linux apps and download a preferred one. Okay, good. So once store loads, you can type Linux here, right? And you see some options come: Kali, Linux, Ubuntu 20.04, Ubuntu app, Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. So what we are going to download is the Ubuntu 20.04, which is like the current version of Ubuntu, right? So we wait for it to load. And we click on get, right? So once you click on get, you wait for the download to finish or run into completion. So once it's done downloading, you see that it will install the app automatically, and we can open it from here. Okay. So once we open, they say install, and this may take a few minutes, so you can wait for it to install. So once it's done installing, it will prompt you for your new Unix name. It's like your username for your Linux operating system. So you type in one. It can be your actual name or a nickname. So I'll use a nickname. And then you'll be prompted to enter a new Unix password. So you enter your password, then you repeat it. Good. So once you are done, you have your Unix system here. So I'll show you ways to open your Unix WSL on your laptop. So the first process is to open this Ubuntu 20.04 app you've downloaded in order to use to run Linux programs and run Linux commands. Another way you can do this is to type WSL here, right? And you see run command and you hit enter, right? Once you run WSL here, you are one thing. So let's do one thing. You can type the command sudo apt update, right? Update. And it prompts you for your password. This is just to see, to test something. And you see it says it's working, right? So sudo is like root. Sudo is synonymous to root in Linux, like you are running a root command. Yeah, good. So you can type exit. Another way to also use WSL is to open Windows PowerShell. So Windows PowerShell, you open it, you type WSL, and you are in. So one thing you can do is to do ls, right? Ls will list all the files in the directory for you. It's synonymous to dir in Windows. Yeah. So these are the ways you can open WSL on your computer. Now, the next thing is to check if we have WSL2 as opposed to WSL1. So once again, I'll open the Ubuntu app. Good. So, not the Ubuntu app, I'll open PowerShell. Sorry, so not the Ubuntu app. So I'll open PowerShell and I'll check the version of WSL we have installed. That's right. Okay, so it's saying I have Ubuntu 20.04 is the Linux distribution I'm using and running WSL version 2. Okay, should someone not have WSL version 2, I'll show you how to set your version to WSL version 2 and not 1. So for example, let's change this this version to 1. So we'll do WSL Ubuntu, no, WSL set version, and the distribution is dash Ubuntu dash 20.04 and 1, right? So what this command is, it sets the default version of your WSL to the one you want. Okay. Okay, so it says this conversion might take a few minutes. So after you install your Ubuntu container and you type WSL-L-V, if you have version 1, you can use this command WSL-set version Ubuntu 20.04, and instead of 1, you put 2. I did 1 to show you how to change it to 2. Yes, so let's wait for the conversion to finish. Okay, so once the conversion is done, so here it's a conversion complete. The conversion took around like 5 minutes. So right now, let's check the version of the WSL. So we write WSL-L-V, and you see we have version 1. So to set it to version 2, we type WSL set version Ubuntu and yes, you get version 2. Good. So this would do. So we are just doing this if someone checks the version and it's version 1 and not version 2. But once you enable virtual machine platform at the initial steps, you should have version 2 working for you by default. Okay, good. So the conversion is done, and which means you now have WSL version 2 on your laptops. Right. So the next tutorial will look at how to install Microsoft VS Code, a programming IDE on our Windows laptop.